Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equities Story. I'm with the Wolf, and obviously just a general share advice and not personal advice. And welcome, Wolfie. Friday, happy Friday. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, well, bless you, or Gesundheit, or well, or however you want to call it. But
I don't know where that came from. But
maybe you've got some sort of problem with the weekend. So you've got some sort of not a nice feeling that the weekend might be bad.
No, the weekend is when I have to do my fair share around the house, Wolf, washing 5 kids. You know, it's like work for me is weekends.
Fair enough. But saying that, looking okay today for the market. So look, it at least we've got a good day hopefully coming up.
Yeah, I mean, let's have a look at the XJO here, and I mean, it's a good day, but
not too bad, is it? I mean, it's doing much better than the American market. So thank goodness for that.
It definitely is. I mean, if you look at the obviously, I mean, maybe let's see where it ends the week. A little bit better, isn't it? Definitely, Wolf.
Yep.
And Dow, maybe pivoting. Maybe now we get that little bounce. Remember, we're talking about the little bounce. Maybe the bounce, which would be normal, get a nice little bounce on the Dow back up to 34,000 before we go lower again.
Don't depress everyone. Just keep it to the first part and leave it at that.
All right, Wolf. We got a few stories to talk about today.
Yeah.
And you're going to give us 2 contrarian plays. So thank you, Mr. Wolf.
Well, it was. Look, the thing is, anything for our members, Dave. There was a question posed: can we have more contrarian plays on one of our ATAs? And I said, yes, I'll do it, but give me some time till Friday. I could only come up with 2 more, so we're going to have 3 all up for the moment. The thing is, my criteria is quite strict, so I need to see stability in the price before I put something on. But anyway, I've got a couple of more to talk about, but let's go through the announcements first this morning.
So Gal came out and said they've got a bit of rhodium.
Yep.
And
unbelievable how got it market excited, isn't it? A little bit of rhodium and it roads away.
Yeah, I think they could have said there's mushrooms growing on top of the land, and the stock would have gone. So if you are in this or trading it, please tight stop loss because it's verging on the ridiculous. Wolf, ALK. I suppose this is drum roll time, isn't it? How big is this resource going to be?
What grades? How big? What the possibilities are going to be. Like I said, back of the envelope, my sort of calcs, I came up to about 6 mil ounces, but that can be conservative. Maybe come up with 3 or something like that. It would be nice to start off with.
So what's your back of the envelope calcs?
I was about 6 million ounces.
6 million, right? All right. Okay, mate. There's a beer on this. If you're within 500,000, there's a beer. If you're not, you could buy.
Look, I'm thinking I'm being bullish. I think it's probably going to be half that. Probably going to be about 3, I'd say.
Mate, you got to make a decision. You said 6.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, back of the envelope calculations, you can come up with any number you want.
All right. So what do you, for our bet, what are you sticking by, 6 or 3? All
right. Can I have a range? Give me a range, and then we'll do it. So I'm saying between 3 and 6.
Oh, that's ridiculous. No, you've got to be within 500,000. Come on. 3
and 6 is a good number.
Yeah, you're going to win between 3 and 6. It's got to be within 500,000. Come on.
Okay, I'll give you. Okay, how about 1 million? Okay, so it's between 3 and 4. I'll be conservative, 3 and 4.
Okay, all right. If you're in 3 or 4, the beer's on me. If not, Wolf, you're going to have to buy me a beer for the first time.
Right. So anything above that, I reckon it's going to be good. Anything below that is probably going to be disappointing.
Right. Wolf is the tightest person ever, by the way, everyone.
Oh yeah, I can't do anything, have I?
Getting a beer off him in the pub is tough work, I tell you.
Okay.
But anyway, the first one is on me, Wolf, when I'm on you when I'm up in Brisbane, because I'm going to win this bet.
Okay, let's see. I got to start selling my body.
EOS.
Yes.
Right. I mean, they've been trending down. It's in brackets. We're going to talk about 2 war stocks. It is a war stock, and you'd think a war stock would be doing well, and that sector of the business is doing well, correct?
Yes.
So take it away, Wolf.
Yeah, the problem is, and I've spoken about it many times before. I spoke about it when I first started to go down. I said this is what's going to possibly see them fail, and that is getting the space stuff. If you look at the presentation today, that's where all the money is disappearing pretty much. Doing space, business space, Dave, it's not, you got to have extremely deep pockets like Mr. Musk, for example, or Bezos. It's not a game to play for a little company like EOS. You know, if I was them, I'd be getting out of this quick smart and just concentrating on their defense type stuff. So yeah, I think, look, if this is ever going to fail, it's going to be because of the space. I've seen plenty of companies trying to launch satellites, trying to get into space, collapse.
Right. Okay. So obviously we're not in it. We haven't been in it, but don't look there yet. But there is another war stock, Wolf, XT, and it's having a little bit of a jump today on some good news. You know what? If it looked like this, I don't know. You could argue this might be an interesting one to trade. If you look at the just look at the announcements, they hadn't got many wins for a while, but recently they've got orders. They've had orders, maybe nearly 50-60 million in orders over the last month. So what they do is obviously body armor, helmets, ballistic technology products, ballistic armor products. So absolutely seem to be doing very, very well. Now, if you believe the war is going to continue longer and keep going on longer, this company could at least maybe get back up to that 60 cents level.
Yeah, look, a huge penny punt, of course, but it's in a great space, isn't it? I mean, right now, the war stocks are flying. This is definitely, you have to call this a definite war stock.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Maybe see where it ends trade, where it closes today. But, if it looks like that by the end of the day, it could be worth a look. Anyway, hold on. If it's any good, I'll put it on Einstein's on the weekend.
Hey, it's just a matter of interest. We're sort of following drone a little bit. Let's see where drone is at the moment, because it's another, I suppose you can call it a war stock, another little penny punt, so to speak. But can we see something similar, emerge where it does have a little bit of life? And you can see it's volatile.
It is. Yeah, but Wolf, I don't think drone, it had this massive move up. On from memory, on no orders. No, there wasn't anything.
But maybe XP is in a better spot with all these orders coming through, right?
Yeah, I mean, they've done a partnership with Near Maps. I don't know. That's not very sort of warlike, it really, is it? But
no, unless they're going to be shooting down.
Well, I suppose you've got to sort of map out the terrain before you invade, haven't you? I don't know. But yeah, they haven't had those big orders coming in for obviously drones, which is maybe a little bit surprising, actually, Wolf. I must be honest. The way things are in the world, that drones are becoming a real part of combat, aren't they?
Yep, agree.
IFM.
Yes.
So another takeover offer. So
this is the second one. So it looks like there's going to be a bidding war going on. So this is a different party, offering 175. So you could see. I mean, remember, this is a good company, right? It's just been on tough times because the tech sell off, and a year or so of maybe underperformance where they didn't hit their mark. So again, opportune time to pick up these sort of stocks by big conglomerates out there and private equities, right? So this is what's happening. You can see it now across the board, and we'll speak about another one in a sec. But looking like a bidding war. Maybe this could keep going to maybe 180, 192 bucks.
Well, and this is why trying to buy these sort of stocks with a takeover offer is very, very dangerous, and it's something that we never do and don't do for that reason.
Example.
Appen was up 23% yesterday. Now it's down 23%. What did they see to run away so fast?
I don't know. I mean, but the answer here is giveth one day, taketh away the next day. It's
Well, they chased out of the building with a gun or something. I don't know.
No, I mean, the thing is, they said in there they were talking to Telus previously. So there was amicable type discussions, and they were caught unawares that Telus said, "Nah, sorry, we're walking away." So they announced yesterday that they're talking with Telus, and Telus overnight said, "Sorry, not interested anymore. Bye."
Interesting.
Whether they're going to come back or look, this is weird, but it happens behind the scenes, so that's why you don't play these sort of things.
You know what? Most probably the issue was Telus got angry. They leaked that they're talking.
Maybe, well, potentially that.
Yeah.
Look, there could be something, but yeah, something spooked them, so they moved away.
Yeah, companies can get a little bit funny like that. So, now Wolf, just want to say there's been a few broker upgrades. CIA Macquarie have put about a 940, 950 on CIA, which is pretty bullish.
Yep.
SDF, which is not a bad looking chart, and I think it's been on Einstein's obviously recently above trend, is trending. I think there's a target price around 560 put on that. And Sun, which is a hot stock from 2 weeks ago, we're only targeting $13, but there's been a target price by one of the brokers on Sun put at plus 14. So 3 stocks there, Wolf, with obviously one a lot of people are in with Sun, and CIA is a equity story favorite, and we've got a lot of people playing around with that one, and SDF is on Einstein. So good news for maybe 3 stocks that we sort of talk about and we get involved with quite a bit. Now, Wolf, new drum roll, two contrarian plays. So again, could you just explain to members, these are not trending plays, these are 3 or 5 year views, because this market could be in a bear market for a year and a half. You've got to have a very, very long-term view for these sort of stories.
You do.
So far away, Wolf.
Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more to it. With contrarian plays, you don't know when the market's going to start loving it again. However, it's a good company. It's still been delivering. It's just been sold off either for market re-rating, or change of sentiment, possibly, right, of some kind. But the company underneath the bonnet is still going quite well. So we've got 2 companies that we're going to put on. Sonic is the first one. And
again, Wolf, when you look at the monthly, it's not really very contrarian for me, but
it is very contrarian. It's come down from almost $45 to $36. That's a 20% drop. That's, to me, contrarian enough. And the thing is, the reason why it's contrarian for me is because it's lost its luster when it was the IT company for the pandemic, and now I suppose people are just sort of going, well, not excited anymore, but it's still delivering pretty good news.
Well, on the monthly, it's just come down to trend. So technically, it's still from a long term fairly bullish.
Well, be happy then. It's still trending for you.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. But I certainly, when I say contrarian, I think CDA is contrarian to me, or then maybe the next
look,
one.
There's there's various degrees of contrarian. I know you're probably looking from something that goes $1 to 1 cent.
Yeah, that's what we want, Wolf. We want a cent to $1, 100 bag.
We might find some more. The thing is, there are other companies on my list, but they're just a little bit too early. So I'm going to give you a couple of maybe a safer bet contrarian plays.
Yeah, no, listen, SHL, Wolf, obviously technique. Now tell us, go on, give us the fundamentals. Why we're going to get in.
It's still delivering quite well. It's a global company, very well run. You're going to get a nice dividend out of this, I think, as well at the moment, about 3.5%. So all in all, and the healthcare, you can always count on healthcare being a very good defensive story.
And trading about 12 times?
Yeah, 12 times, 3.5% yield. Take it every day of the week, right? And we know that for the moment, of course, it's probably going to be trading sideways maybe, but I'm expecting, over time to sort of pick up pace again and resume that's a nice climb. And like you said, there's nothing really wrong with the chart. So all we're doing here as a contrarian player, we're just picking up on the bottom of its range.
And Wolf, they've got a share market buyback going as well, haven't they?
Yeah, that's right. So there's a little bit more positivity going.
A little bit of support there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so for the long term, we're going to put a stop loss on everything, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. We have to.
So there is if it goes below that 33.54, we'd obviously have to get out. But if you took that long-term view, it's well worth having a look at buying it just under that sort of 36.60 level, and give it a 4 or 5 year point of view.
And I suppose, Dave, probably the most important reason why it's a contrarian, and it's less about the share price falls, it's more about just the company and the sector being unloved right now. That's what makes it contrarian to me.
I like the way it gives a nice little div as well, Wolf.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you got a nice little div to just give you a sweetener to get into this story.
And I suppose another similar div, which is a sweetener, is the next one on your list, which for me looks obviously very contrarian. It's broken monthly. It's looking a little bit weaker.
Yes.
And this gives a nice little div.
Another 3.5% and another 12 times earnings. Ansels, another COVID play that's been shunned by the market, but when you look at under the bonnet, it's actually going quite well.
Surprising, isn't it? This sell down, amazing, really.
Yep.
So
it's come back to that 2018, 17 levels, Dave. I think this is a great opportunity again to Ansel. And I think, look, on a purely contrarian place, this is much more contrarian than a Sonic, but it's still classified as a contrarian to me. So I'm happy to do this.
And the sort of products that they sort of manufacture will be in vogue. The way the world is, we're all a little bit more conscious, aren't we, of cleanliness and sterile gloves and
absolutely. Look, it's about hygiene, it's about protective equipment. It's we're definitely going down that way. It's always going to be growth. It doesn't matter if it's 1% to 10%, there's going to be growth in this space. And as long as they navigate through the ups and downs of inflation and the chain supply issues, they'll be fine. So for me, again, we've had a number of weeks now that they've stabilized. And now I know you're looking at monthly, so you've got 4 months now of stability. We're getting in.
Yeah, and definitely, I think you've got that sort of maybe 25 cents as a stop loss just under there, Wolf.
25 bucks. Yep, I agree.
And hopefully this was one that could work out. It's trading 27.32, and this is a stock that was nearly down by half.
Yeah, well, I know it fits your criteria of a contrarian much better than Sonic is, but yeah.
Well, you're looking for risk reward, aren't you? Wolfie, thank you very, very much. Always brilliant. Some great ideas there. So SHL and Ansels as contrarian plays, and a nice little dividend. Now it's not 5%, but a dividend with a little bit of growth over 2 or 3 years would be a nice place to be. There's an interesting little war stock in XTE. We're waiting patiently with ALK. Can Wolf win a beer or have to pay one out? CIA looks like it's going higher. SDF are bullish as well from brokers, and Suncorp still looking very, very bullish from brokers. So some good picks there, Wolf. And we'll see you in about an hour and 15 minutes, and we've got Ask the Analyst live.
Please join us. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Wolfie.
Cheers, guys.
Bye-bye.